Shalom, children of Israel. My name is MIKHAEL MASSA. Greetings to all the Bantu people in the four corners of the earth. Yes, we are the real children of Yah. Today we want to learn many things. Let's start. Bantuland sharing plan. The day of Nzambi, called also Yambi, is a day of vengeance against all his enemies, quoted in Psalms 83 1-9. Edom, Ishmael, etc. Let's read Jeremiah 46 and 10. This day is for the Almighty, for Nzambi of the armed forces. It is a day of vengeance, where he avenges his enemy. The sword devours. It satisfies itself. It drunks with their blood. For there are victims of the Lord, of Nzambe, of the armed forces in the land of the north, on the banks of the Euphrates. The day of Nzambi is a day of massacre of sinners. Isaiah 13 and 9. Behold, the day of Nzambi is coming, cruel day of wrath and ardent fury, which will reduce the earth to solitude and annihilate sinners. The day of Nzambi is a day of judgment of the nations, of the end of the reign of Edom, the Mindele, and their exterminations by Isaiah Kongo. This is the secret. The last kingdom, which preceded the kingdom of Isaiah, is the kingdom of the Edomite. You will read the Apocrypha Toe or Tobias Bible, or read fourth. Yes, read the Tobias Bible 4 and read Ezra 6 and 9. But here is the biblical verse. Prove it to us. Who is Edom? Go to Obadiah, also called Abdias 1:21. Liberators shall rise on Mountain Zion to judge the mountain kingdom of Esau, the Mindelis, and to the Lord will belong the reign. In other words, the end of the reign of Esau and the beginning of the reign of Isaiah Kongo, called Christ. The Mindelis, the Edomites, will no longer be on earth. Let's read Isaiah 34 1-8. Come closer, nations, to hear, people attentive. Let the ear listen to it and all that fills it, the world and everything it produces. Second, for the wrath of Nzambi will descend on all nations, and his fury in all the armies. He reserves them exterminations. He delivers them to carnage. Third, their dead are thrown, their bodies exhale the stench, and the mountains melt in their blood. The whole army of heaven dissolves. The heavens are ruled like a book, so rolled, and all their army falls, as the leaf of the vine falls, as the fig tree falls. Fifth, my sword became intoxicated in heaven. Behold, it will descend on Edom, the Mindeles, on the people for whom I have reserved extermination. To chastity. Sixth, the sword of Nzambe is full of blood, covered in fat, blood of lambs and goats, fat of the kidneys of rams, for there are victims of Nzambe at Botswana, symbol of the house of Edom, and a great carnage and the victim of Nzambe at Bosra, symbol of the house of Edom, and a great carnage in the land of Edom, the Mindeles. 7. The buffaloes fall with them, and oxen with the bulls. The earth is watered with blood, and the soul is soaked in fat, for it is a day of vengeance for Nzambe, a year of retaliation for the cows of Tianim, also called Zion. The day of Nzambe is a day of the return of Isaiah. We call him Jesus. And the new earth and heavens. 2 Peter 3:10-13. The day of Nzambe will come as a thief. One, that day, the skies will pass with a crash. The aflamed elements will dissolve, and the earth with the works it contains shall be consumed. Since, therefore, all these things must dissolve, what must not be the holiness of your conduct and your pity? Why, you wait and hasten the advent of the day of Nzambe, for which the fiery skies will dissolve and the ignited elements will melt. But we wait according to his promise, new heavens and the new earth where justice shall live. The Nabi Makaya Kongo priest. Let's read Revelation 2:9. I know your tribulation, so means suffering, and your poverty, and the slander, this means insults and lies, on the part of those who call themselves Jews and who are not, but who are the synagogue of Shaitani. Listen to the sound of my voice in Revelations 2:9. Isaiah proceeds usurpation, identity theft by those who call themselves Jews of the same Bantu people, by the same who will occupy the land of Isaiah. The Edomites, they will tell themselves that it is they are ancient Israel. This passage also reveals to us that today the true Israel knows the suffering, means tribulation, and they are poor. Why? The current false Jews run the banks. They have a wealthy state, powerfully armed by the American Edomites and European cousins, and they are in the memory of all mankind as the true Jews, while the prophet states that the true ancient Israel will be erased from the memory of men. Let's read it. Deuteronomy 32:26. I would like to say, I will take them with a breath. I will make their memory disappear among men. The high priests put the questions to his disciples. Abiona, if the true Israel is whipped out today from the memory of men, who do we remember today? The disciple Abiona answered, men today remember or have in memory liars whom they believe to be true Jews. The high priest MIKHAEL answered him, perfect, you've got it all figured out. Know that it is through the blood that Edom will live in Israel, and it is by fire that they should be exterminated by Isaiah Congo, who was, and who comes. That is why the Amalekites, or let's say Amalekites, elites who will survive the extermination of Edom, will come to bow before the Bantu. Let's read Revelation 3 and 9. Behold, I give thee of those of the synagogue of Satan, who calls themselves Jews and are not, but who lie. Behold, I will make them come, bow down to your feet, and know that I have loved you. Who is loved? It's Yakuba. The Bantu, you will read it in Romans 9:13. Listen to the sound of my voice, Abiona. Here I reveal you a secret. Here is what the nations will say when they know the truth about the false Edomite, Jesus. That Edom sold to the world by falsehood. Here, the nation would say when Isaiah, the black Bantu king, will show himself. Let's read Jeremiah 16 and 19. Nzambe yaetu, my strength and my support, my refuge on the day of distress. The nation will come to you from the ends of the earth, and they will say, our fathers have inherited only falsehood, vain idols, which are useless. The Nabi MIKHAEL, high priest, posed question to his disciple. Tell me, has the day of Nzambi, the day of darkness and cloud, come? The disciple Abiona answered, no. Nkaka, the wise MIKHAEL, took the floor. So, the gathering and the return of the holy people according to Ezekiel 34:12-13 will only be done on the great day, which according to 2 Peter 3:10-13 is same as the return of Isaiah, Jesus. If that day has not yet arrived, it means that those who claim to be Jews are usurpers. They are only the fulfillment of Revelation 2 and 9 and Revelation 3 and 9. Know that when the true Bantu Israel When we return, this earth will be purified by fire. Ezekiel 39 and 12. The Amalekites, Edomites, and the nations that are on this earth will be no more forever. Read Numbers 24 and 20. Tell all your Edomite friends they will be exterminated forever by Isaiah Kongo. Isaiah 24 and 5. And there will be no more. Jeremiah 49 and 10. I will read the prophecy. Who are the Midelis who currently occupy Israel? Go to Zephaniah and Ezekiel to see who will occupy Israel in the end times. Now, Zephaniah 3 and 8. Wait for me, therefore, said Nzambi, to the day when I will raise for the lot, for I have resolved to gather the nations, to gather the kingdom, to spread upon them my fury, all the ardor of my wrath. For by the fire of my jealousy the whole country shall be consumed. Israel today will be consumed by fire. Now see the identity of those occupying Israel today. Ezekiel 36 and 5. So speaks Nzambi. Yes, in the fire of my jealousy I speak against other nations, the Falashas, the Canaanites. So the Falashas are the Canaanites, okay? The Ishmaelites, the Berbers, okay? Against Edom, the Mindeles, as a whole, who have taken my countries in ownership with all the joy of their hearts and contempt of their souls in order to plunder the products. Conclusion: Edom, Amalek, is the new and only owner of modern Israel, with the Ishmaelites, Canaanites, Falashas, nations, and they will be exterminated. Let's read Numbers 24 and 20. Isaiah 34 and 5 says, my soul became intoxicated in heaven. Behold, it shall descend upon Edom, upon the people. People means woman, child, old, cousins, all of them, whom I have set aside for extermination. 2. Chastity. This proves that it is the kingdom that Christ's desire will come confront. Judge will be the last kingdom that governs the earth, the Mindeles Edomite. What means extermination of the Mindeles? Answer is in Jeremiah 49 and 10. But I disposes Esau, Edom, also called the Mindeles. Esau is the nation of Edom. Read Genesis 36 and 1. I will discover retreats, these bunkers, underground shelters to escape the fire to come. He will not be able to hide. So hell looks for a lurking his children, his brethren, his neighbors. That is to say, his people will perish, and he shall no longer be. This is the extermination. They, the Mindeles, will no longer be on this earth. It's the Bible that says it. Very nice. Some of them will live. Some of them will live and they will work for the children of Israel. Some of them will make it into the kingdom. It is like now, it's their kingdom, it's Esau's, the Mindele's kingdom, and we are working for them. You know, in Yah's kingdom also, some of them will survive and serve us.